What's up, guys, and welcome back to another Classic Cons Corner video. This one is going to be quite special because this is Teddy Ruxpin Explained. Now, Teddy Ruxpin is created, if you don't already know, just skip. If you already know, skip this part. Worlds of Wonder created Teddy Ruxpin, and how they thought of it was pretty interesting. So, the creator went to Disneyland and looked at all the animatronics and all that. Actually, right now, I'm trying to get my hands on an animatronic from the Chuck E. Cheese and Rockfire Explosion, so in the future, you might see a video on that. And they went to Disneyland, looked at the animatronics, and said, wow, these are kid dreams. And they thought that they could make a miniature version. And they came up with Teddy Ruxpin, a tape-playing bear that has servos in the head to make his mouth and eyes move. Now, their first prototype was just a plush that you could squeeze, throw, and all that. And it didn't have any of the tape and servo mechanism. And then they came up with an electrical prototype that had the servos and tape. And then they decided for the final product, they would make it have 3 servos in the head and a metal tape deck. Got the domino effect in how these teddies are lined up. Probably shouldn't have done that. Alright, so once again, they came up with the metal tape deck and 3 servos. That actually has a sensor? Never knew. Alright, and this is not a prototype, just to clarify that. And this is a first gen. First gens have a metal tape deck and have a battery cover that you can fully remove, and have 3 servos in the head. I will not show these guys in action, nor take them apart, because that would just take really long. And so that's the first gen. He is quite large, actually, compared to the others. And this is a second gen. And I call the first gens metal backings, because second gens are what I like to call plastic backings, using this white plastic. This one has a working sensor, actually. Everything in the tape deck is metal for the first gen and plastic for the second. And something that I forgot to mention in the first take of this video, when you open the mouth, you will see these hinges. And in the first gen, you will just see a giant hole where you can see in the insides. And that was a pretty good idea, making kids not think that it's a robot, if they didn't already know. And the reason why it has that, because it only has 2 servos. 1 servo driving the eyes, the same mechanism as the first gen, and then 1 servo driving the mouth, with it driving the bottom jaw, and it has this little hinge that will flip the nose up while the top jaw is moving. So it's a lot more smooth mouth animation and eyes, because in the first gen, they used a bit more clunky of a servo design, using what is called this. I know this sounds very funny, but they were called dumb servos. Every single Teddy in the Worlds of Wonder line used dumb servos. And this guy, all the Teddies use dumb servos, except for the later versions that are made by other companies. Yes, they're ones that are made by different companies. And this one is a second gen, of course. And this one has the battery cover that you can fully remove. Alright, so that's the second gen for you. And then, when you look at this guy, this is a third gen. Both the second and first gen had really soft noses. This one has like hard plastic, and this one looks like a bead nose. Has a very discoloration on the eyelids, you can see there. And this one is another plastic backing. I don't have a battery cover that will fit for why I mentioned the hinging, the battery cover that you can remove. This one is supposed to have a battery cover that will flip up. but I don't have that, and it didn't come with one. This one I actually had to take apart and fix. That's why you can do that, because I didn't do the best job of re-sewing him up. And this guy, the problem that he had was a broken power switch. I couldn't get power to run in him at all. Like, he would not turn on. And I had to replace the power switch, not the mechanism, but the wheel, because the wheel was snapped. And I couldn't get power to run him because I couldn't get the mechanism to move. And I had to take the back off. It actually took about a month's work, because this guy had a lot of, like, I don't know, corrosion and all that. It took a lot of cleaning, resoldering, all that. And this guy, I originally thought of using a Gen 1 power switch, but that didn't work, because I had to resolder the Gen 1 power switch because a wire had broken and it had ended up being resoldered incorrectly. So I just took the wheel off of the first gen and put it onto the third gen mechanism. So that's a story. A story for the first gen that I have. And the first gen that I had was featured in my Teddy Ruxpin haul unboxing and the update to him. And my second gen was featured in my first video, actually. And this is the first video that my third gen has been in, or will be in. So that's all. This third gen still has the 2 servos, hinge, mechanism, all that. And another mention for Worlds of Wonder, for the Worlds of Wonder line of teddies, is Grubby. Grubby is an add-on to Teddy Ruxpin. To make him work, you will need this cord that will plug into a working teddy. A first gen, a third gen, or second gen will work on Grubby, but this Grubby seems to like second gens, and I can't get it to work with the first or third. It might be just the port being a bit dirty, but I don't know. I might try that. And this Grubby I bought with my second gen teddy as a bundle. First Grubby I ever had. Right now I have 2 Grubbies and 1 more on the way, shipping from California. And a few other teddies coming as well that I will be all of them and the Grubbies I will be unboxing in a video. Now, once again, you have to plug him into a working teddy for him to work. And this guy, the only version that you can find is a 3 servo and looking like this. This one's spots are kind of worn. I might be talking a bit fast, but you can maybe, looks like I'm not talking fast. All right, just disregard me saying that. And the spots are a bit worn, so they probably won't show in the camera. I'm buying the Grubby that I have on the way has the spots being like a lot more noticeable, so that's good. The ones on his back that are right now hidden by his outfit are looking quite well, actually. And that's it for Worlds of Wonder. Wait, I got an honorable mention for Worlds of Wonder. Baby Teddy Ruxpin. Yes, it's the kid or baby version of the bear you all know and love. Now this one has quite a different mechanism. A mechanism that would be put into any other Teddy Ruxpin, like these 2. There is a third version, actually. There are 2 teddy versions that I don't have, either in working condition or the actual bear. I don't have the 2017 version, and I don't have a good-looking 92 teddy. I have 2 92 teddies, both of them in pieces right now. One of them, the bottom jaw fell off, and another I have in pieces as I tried to fix him but couldn't get to fixing him because his head snapped in half. Okay, and this one has the springy mechanism with the eyes and mouth. This one only has 1 motor. It isn't a servo. It is not a dumb servo. This one, it's like a wheel that will flip up, and it will pull a lever that will close the eyes. It can only close its eyes when it's not talking. And once again, I will not show any of these guys in action because that will make the video longer than I want. And a 20-minute video on my internet speed takes about 2 days to upload. So I might have this information about 2 days late. And this guy, he can talk but not blink at the same time, nor can he blink and talk. Why did I even say that? And this guy, he's the first Teddy to not use a tape player. If you press this button, he will work and the batteries go there. This guy, I bought, tested, and working. Originally, I couldn't get power to run him, actually, because I'm pretty sure he was knocked around during shipping. And I had to press the back button like a bajillion times, and that made him work. I don't want to turn him on because he never turns off. He's basically a Furby, but in Teddy Ruxpin clothes. Alright, let's get Grubby out of there. And then we have the 1998 Teddy. This guy, originally the Teddy Ruxpin brand, Worlds of Wonder, after making Grubby and all the other Teddies, they went out of business because of bankruptcy and people not wanting Teddies anymore. And they handed the ownership of Teddy Ruxpin and the brand name to Play School, the manufacturer of the 1992 Teddy, which I will not be showing because, once again, they're both in pieces. And then, in about, say, 7 to 6 years, they handed it to Yes Entertainment, which made this Teddy. This Teddy has the same mechanism as Baby Teddy, but this one is a tape player. Just open that up. This guy, I do have batteries in him, but I just won't show him working again. As you can see, one thing is tapes like this, the one with all the text on them and all that, like the Teddy Ruxpin picture, the all about, but the title not on the top, and it has those arrows and all that fancy stuff. That is a 1998 tape. One that's just plain with the title on the bottom, if you hold it like that, that is a 1985 tape. And one that looks like a yellow cartridge is a tape for this one, which I will talk about later. So let me just put that tape back in. Come on, work. And just close that up. And this one, it uses the normal tape player, play and stop buttons, volume. That's pretty weird for a Teddy Ruxpin, which all of them using the wheel thing. And that one, that's basically the long and short of it. Now this one is when it was handed to Play School, Backpack Toys. And this one, the logo looks like his eyes are like, yeah. And this one, the back, this one was the first Teddy, except for Worlds of Wonder, to use the original vest design. Well, yeah, let me take out this tape. Switch them off. This is what the yellow cartridges looks like. Look, styled after a book. And this one, it uses play, stop, volume, skip. Now these cartridges actually hold two things: the story and oh my gosh, the story thing. That's pretty annoying. Now, I think you already know the drill. I'm not going to show them in action. And this Teddy, the fur is very bright. And this one, the eyes are glossy. This one, the eyes are like a matte color. And this one has the same mechanism as that one and Baby Teddy. And 92 Teddy uses the Baby Teddy mechanism, just to make that clear. And this Teddy is... That's 2006, that's 1998, and all of the other Worlds of Wonder stuff is 1985 or 1986. And that's the long and short of Teddy Ruxpin. And the current owner of Teddy Ruxpin is the Wicked Cool Toys. That is the one that produced the 2017 one that I recently sold, and Play School is the one that created Play School is 1992. So we got Worlds of Wonder, Play School, Backpack Toys. I don't have that in order. World of Wonder, Play School, Yes Entertainment, Backpack Toys, Wicked Cool Toys. There! Alright, so that's long and short of Teddy Ruxpin. Everything is done. And goodbye.